Good afternoon. The future of the £72 million arts centre in West Bromwich, the public, is to be discussed by Sandwell councillors today. It's been recommended that the Cabinet ends its agreement with the organisation which runs the centre because at £30,000 a week, it says it costs too much to run. Lee Comley reports.
The public here in West Bromwich has always been a bit of a controversial project and a controversial building, not least because of its rather bright colour scheme. But it's been an expensive building from the start. Several businesses went into liquidation and administration while it was being built, so it cost £72 million in total just to get the building here. But it's also a very expensive business to run. It costs £1.6 million a year. And Sandwell Council has been advised that when it takes control of the building at the end of November, that it can't keep the building the same as it's used now. Now, it's very busy here today, and we've asked a few people how they feel about its impending closure.
I'm so disappointed because we've been doing this for 4 years and we've built up the numbers, and it's a lovely afternoon for the older people.
I think it's awful. I mean, especially as the new precinct has just opened. It's not even all the shops open. And I think when it does, it'll be phenomenal for the area.
We've come to the centre, the shopping centre, and we come in last week and we've come in again this week because it's Andy. And it is a shame of the building if they shut it down, especially when all the children are in here as well.
In about an hour's time, councillors will be meeting to decide the future of this building. One of the ideas that's being thrown around is the idea of turning this place into a college. But the councillors say whatever they decide, it needs to be something that's financially viable to secure the future of this building. Whatever they do decide, it will affect the local area and the over 100 people who work here.
A man has been charged with the attempted murder of a police officer in a mosque in Birmingham. PC Adam Kosh had to undergo surgery to his stomach and side after being stabbed. Mohammed Elmi, who's 32, also faces a charge of attempted murder and 1 count of wounding following the attack in Ward End in June. He'll appear before Birmingham Magistrates Court this afternoon. Police are continuing to question 6 people on suspicion of manslaughter following the death of an elderly woman after she was moved from a Nottingham care home. 86-year-old Ivy Atkin died in November last year, shortly after the closure of Autumn Grange residential home in Sherwood Rise. 5 others have been released on bail. A family says managers of a holiday park have left them angry after tributes to their daughter were removed without their permission. Charlotte Blackman from Heanor in Derbyshire was killed by a landslide on a beach in Dorset last year. The family left the items when they visited to mark the 1st anniversary of her death. Well, nerves are beginning to jangle in homes across the Midlands ahead of tomorrow's A-level results. The number of students opting to go to university fell last year, largely due to an increase in tuition fees. These students at Loughborough College are hoping to become a solicitor, a special needs teacher and a space scientist. That is, providing they get the grades that they need to secure them a university place.
I want to get like B's, but if I get any higher, then I'll just be really glad. But I had a rough start at the beginning of the year with maths, and the transition from GCSE I found it really hard. But with the great teachers and the way they structured it, it really helped me.
Not enough adults in the Midlands are taking the government's recommended level of exercise. 1 year on from the Olympics, Department of Health figures show 32% of adults in the West Midlands are active for less than 30 minutes a week. In the East Midlands, it's 29%. £5 million is being made available to encourage people to do more.
This is money specifically in terms of getting kids back into being able to play in streets safely. So that's a really specialist bit of money, if you like, to really have a great impact on children's lives. And then, of course, the extra money is also going into Change for Life and the school sports clubs. And that, again, is very important.
The International Food Fair has opened in Birmingham today. More than 250,000 people visited in 2011, bringing in £6 million to the city's economy. The fair, which is in Victoria and Chamberlain Squares and New Street, will run until the last week of August. Let's have a look at the weather now with James.
It's so hot over there, this guy says he can fry an egg on his head.
Well, that's just stupid. Fancy breakfast?
Hello there. There's plenty of sunshine around to start the day, but clouds have been pushing in from the west all the while. So this afternoon, a rather grey one. Highs of 21 degrees Celsius, so temperatures not doing too badly, but we do have some light patchy rain moving in as well. Overnight tonight, we'll see more light rain, possibly more moderate bursts up on the higher ground of the Peak District, but it is going to be a warm, claggy night, lows of 14 or 15 degrees Celsius. Bit of a dreary start to tomorrow.
Flybe, sponsors of ITV Central Weather.
Suffering from hay fever? ITV Pollen Count is sponsored by Benadryl.
Pollen and wise, well, we're looking at low counts generally over the next few days. We are at the end of the season, but in drier spells we might just sneak a moderate. Have yourself a good afternoon. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
I'll be back at 6 o'clock this evening with Bob Warman. Do join us then. In the meantime, take a look at the website, itv.com/central. Bye for now.